Hello, in this video I'll show you how to do high-end skin retouching using frequency separation in Photoshop from the start to the very end. And in case you want to download the raw image to practice and follow along with, simply check the link in the video description to download the raw file to practice and follow along with. So in order to do the frequency separation, and by the way, I'll show you how you can create your frequency separation action later on in this very video. So simply make sure to watch the video from the start to the very end so that you don't miss out on the amazing tips and techniques that I'm about to share with you. So as we know, frequency separation divides the image into the colors and the texture. So just come to the background image and create two copies from the background image by pressing Ctrl J twice to create two layers, or you can use Command J twice. Rename this to color and double click on the name to rename this to texture. After renaming these two layers, you're just going to come to the color layer, select it and turn off the texture layer. Then you're going to come to filter, come to blur and come to Gaussian blur, and it's going to open up this Gaussian blur window. Take the radius all the way down to the minimum and click on that area on the skin that seems to have more skin textures or skin details and blur away the texture. So move the radius slider forward and stop at that point whereby the textures or the details on the skin are just starting to get lost or disappear from the skin. So at about 10, that is when we are just starting to lose out on the skin textures in this very image. Just come and click OK. Come to the texture layer and turn it on. Then you're going to come to image and come to where you see apply image. So when you come to apply image, the source is basically the name of the photo that you're trying to edit. Under layer, select the color layer, channel set it to RGB, make sure invert is turned on, and for the blending, make sure you select add, because this is a 16-bit image. Opacity is 100%, the scale is to offset 0, and you'll see the textures on this square-like kind of layer. So in case you're trying to edit an 8-bit image, these are the settings that you have to use. So for an 8-bit image, after selecting the color layer, then channel RGB, make sure the blending is set to subtract, the scale is to offset 128, and make sure invert is not turned on or is not checked, and you'll basically have the same results like I have in this case. So for my case, this is a 16-bit image, so I'll revert the settings to 16-bit settings and click OK. Come to the blend mode and change it from normal and change it to linear light. Select both layers and press Ctrl G, or you can use Command G on the keyboard. Rename this to frequency separation. After separating the image into the colors and the textures using frequency separation, it is time to perfect the colors and as well perfect the textures regarding this very image. So to do this, simply come and open up the frequency separation group and select the color layer. After selecting the color layer, simply come and turn off the texture or the high frequency layer. So we are basically going to come to the brushes and select the Mr. Brush tool. And after selecting the Mr. Brush tool, the settings, this is where you have to pay maximum attention. For settings, make sure the hardness is set to 0, soft round brush is selected, clean brush is selected, and this second option, that is clean brush after each stroke, is selected. The weight is 9%, the load is 75%, the mix is 90%, and the flow is 100%. And by the way, to change these settings, make sure you use this drop down arrow and you can move the slider to your taste or to your liking. The settings, once again, make sure clean brush is selected, and this second option, that is clean brush after each stroke, is selected. The weight is 9%, the load is 75%, the mix is 90%, and the flow is 100%. Make sure sample all layers is not turned on or is not checked. Once you're done doing that, it's time to start blending the transitions on the skin color. So how do we blend? Make sure you turn off the texture or the high frequency layer, and to blend the colors on the skin, you're just going to be using the Mr. Brush tool to blend the midtones alone, the highlights alone, and the shadows alone. And later on, you can blend the transition between those colors using a very small brush. And by the way, to increase or reduce on the size of the Mr. Brush tool, you can use the open and close square bracket keys on the keyboard to reduce or increase on the size of the mixer brush tool depending on the skin tones in a given area, or how big or how small a given area is depending on the area that you're trying to work on. So to blend, we are going to simply reduce on the size and click and hold down. So click and hold down and you start moving the mixer brush tool. And as you're doing all this, make sure you are not zoomed all the way in. And by the way, in case the mixer brush tool is showing a plus icon, simply deactivate the caps lock key on the keyboard. So I'm just going to quickly brush over the skin just like that. You can see I'm blending these dark tones alone. So click and hold down and you blend or you brush over a given color that you want to mix. Reduce on the size and blend on a new color. So every time you're done blending on a given color, you have to click once again on a new color. So after blending, release the or stop clicking and holding down and click once again and hold down, and you move the brush in a given direction to blend the colors in a given area. So this is basically what we have to do for the remaining color of the model's skin. So I'm just going to quickly paint like that. So you can see you have to follow the direction or the shape of a given area so that you can keep and maintain the original structure of the face or the subject's body, so that you don't distort anything at all. So you can see I'm mixing and I'm using a relatively tiny brush to keep and maintain or keep within the areas that I'm trying to work on or to blend in the image. So this is basically what I have to do for the rest of the model's skin. So don't forget the neck and other areas like the chest and the rest of the body. So I'm just going to quickly blend, and you can see I'm following the direction of how a given area is shaped so that I can keep and maintain the original structure of the skin flow or the color on the skin. So you can come and turn on the texture layer to see what you have been able to do. You can see before, after, before, after. You can even zoom in slightly in case you want to brush at a closer range, but make sure that you don't zoom all the way in. And by the way, you can as well work with this texture layer turned on just like that to blend every transition between the skin color or the skin tones of the subject. So in case you don't want to work with the texture layer turned off like this, you can as well work with it turned on. But to see the results quite well or to see the progress, you can just work with it turned off. And by the way, when you're working with it turned off, make sure you retouch at a distance, because at a distance you can see the uneven skin color transitions and you can see where to blend, and you can as well track the progress of your retouching process. So you can now come and turn this on. You can see the before, after. Once you're done using the mixer brush tool, you can as well proceed to removing the pimples and blemishes from the model's skin. So in order to remove the pimples from the model's skin or the blemishes, make sure you zoom all the way in. The reason for zooming all the way in is because we want to see or identify every single area that has these textures or unwanted skin details so that you can remove them. So zoom in by using Ctrl plus on the keyboard, or you can use Command plus on the keyboard to zoom all the way in. And to remove pimples, remember pimples are part of skin texture or the details on the skin. Come to the texture layer and make sure it is selected or turned on, and come and get the clone stamp tool. And for settings, make sure the hardness is set to 0. Soft round brush is selected. The mode is set to normal. Opacity and flow is set to 100%. Aligned is checked, and make sure the sample is set to current layer, because we want to remove blemishes that are part of the currently selected layer, which is the texture layer in our frequency separation group. So to remove a pimple, we are just going, for example, this one, we ensure that the size of the clone stamp tool is slightly bigger than the pimple or the blemish that we want to remove. So to remove a pimple, hold down the option key on the keyboard, and by that to increase or reduce on the size of the clone stamp tool, you can use the open and close square bracket keys on the keyboard. So to remove a pimple, for example, this one, hold down the option key on the keyboard. So option, and click on a clean area near the pimple to copy that clean skin. So it is this clean skin that we are copying that we want to paste over the pimple to cover it or remove it. So option and click, release the option key on the keyboard and click once again over the pimple or over the blemish to cover it or to get rid of it. So you have to keep on sampling from different areas. Remember, these pimples and blemishes are located in different areas that have different colors regarding the model's skin. So you can see these pimples are located in light areas. So you have to keep on pressing the option key on the keyboard. Alternate for those people using PC or Windows, you can use the alternate key on the keyboard. So make sure you zoom in and out to see or identify the right location rather of the pimples or the blemishes that you would like to get rid of in the image or in the photo. So take your time as you're trying to remove all these pimples and blemishes. Remember, skin retouching using frequency separation is perfect if you only fine-tune the textures and also fine-tune the colors in the image. So for step number 1, when we are using the Mr. Brush tool, we were perfecting the colors, and right now we are trying to perfect the textures by removing the blemishes using the clone stamp tool. So take your time as you're doing all this. So right now we are done removing the pimples and the blemishes. You can see the before after. So this is how you can simply use frequency separation as a skin retouching technique. So I want to show you how you can easily create an action that is going to help you or enable you use frequency separation quickly and faster, and this is going to help you create all these shortcuts quickly. So let me show you how you can do that right now. So I'm just going to come and I delete the frequency separation group, and after deleting it, in order to do or to record the action, we are simply going to come and make sure you come to window and make sure actions is checked. So after selecting the actions option, it is going to open up the actions window. So for this, we are simply going to come, make sure actions is open, then come and first of all create a folder for your action. So just come and create a set or a folder for the action, and you can name that to test action. So I'm just going to name this to test action, and after doing this, click on OK. So in order to record the action, simply come on the plus icon, click on it, and you can rename the action to frequency separation action, and you can as well assign a color for it and click on record, and you can see it is now recording the action. So everything we do right here is going to be recorded into the shortcut or into the action. So just come to the background layer, press Command J. So you have to do the same things that we did for our frequency separation. Name this to color and double click rename this to texture. After renaming these two layers, simply come to the color layer, turn off the texture layer, simply you're just going to come to filter, blur, and come to Gaussian blur, and we're just going to put any random figure right here, because for every image that you're trying to work on, you have to be able to change the values depending on the textures or the details in the image. Click OK, come to texture layer, turn it on, and simply come to image, apply image, then select the color layer, channel RGB, then invert is turned on, blending is add, scale is to offset 0, and simply click OK. Change the blend mode from normal and change it all the way down to linear light. Select both layers and press Ctrl G, or you can use Command G, and you can name this to frequency separation 16. So this is a 16-bit action. Hit enter or return, open up the frequency separation group and select the color layer. And by just doing that, we are done recording the action, and you can as well turn off the texture layer and simply click on stop recording to stop recording the action. So I want to show you how to play the action. So simply we are going to delete this. So to play the action, simply click on frequency separation action and click on the play button, and you can see when you click on the play button, it has created for us these adjustments. And by the way, in case you want to customize your frequency separation action so that it can change this, we can redo the action in case it hasn't stopped at that point. So in order to correct this, you're just going to come and delete this once again, and we record the action once again so that we can be able to customize it later on. So you're just going to rename this to frequency separation 16 and click on record, and come and do everything once again. Rename this to color, name this to texture, and after doing this, come to the color layer, turn off the texture layer, come to filter, blur, put any random figure that we want. So for the action to stop at the point whereby we want to input the Gaussian blur radius, click on the stop icon right here so that the action will always stop at this point. Come to the texture layer, turn it on, image, apply image, blending is add, click OK, change the blend mode from normal, change it to linear light, select both layers and press Ctrl G. You can rename this to FS16 for a 16-bit action, and open up the frequency separation group and select this and select the color layer and turn off the texture layer. So after doing that, make sure you stop recording the action. So we just want to see if in case the action has been recorded successfully. So I'm just going to delete this and come to this action that we created and play it. You can see it has stopped at this point whereby we can customize the Gaussian blur radius to our taste or to our liking, and click on OK, and you can just proceed and get the mixer brush tool and start painting. So this is how you can simply use frequency separation as a skin retouching technique, and how you can create an action for it to quicken or fasten the retouching process when it comes to Photoshop and skin retouching in general to edit your photos faster. Ronnix from ronnixphotography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in yet more videos on this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing and as well keep creating.